Can you do this? As early as your 40s, you may lose muscle and strength. Protein supports muscle health. Ensure Max Protein has 30 grams of high-quality protein to feed your muscles up to 7 hours. So take the challenge. Ensure.
The Independent Commission of Investigations, INDECOM, is probing the fatal shooting of a man in Clarendon by the police last night. The incident happened in Sandy Bay. According to reports, police were conducting duties in the Sandy Bay area when they were confronted by a man who brandished a firearm as they approached him. He was shot and subsequently found suffering from gunshot wounds. Now, he has been identified as Chory McCullough, otherwise called Hot Tool. A .357 pistol fitted with a magazine containing 8 rounds of ammunition was recovered at the scene. The police say McCullough had been previously charged in 2 separate murder cases. In the meantime, or rather at the time of the incident, he was before the Home Circuit Court and the Maypen Parish Court and was reporting in keeping with his bail conditions. With violence on the rise in schools across the nation, the Jamaica Constabulary Force says expanding its police youth club program could be the key to curbing the problem. Here's Alia Bryant.
With the expansion of police youth clubs in schools, the Jamaica Constabulary Force believes the initiative can help steer young people away from crime and conflict. Head of Area 3 Police, Assistant Commissioner Christopher Phillips, is urging students across the island to get involved in the positive programs offered through the clubs at their schools. He made the appeal at a 5K run in Mandeville recently.
It helps with mentorship, coaching, succession planning, training and development of our youths. And so far, the Manchester PYC is very active, and I must commend them, for putting on this. The Custos is here. Several key stakeholders and partners are here showing their support for the youngsters.
ACP Phillips adds that as part of efforts to strengthen trust between the police and the communities they serve, plans are in place to engage them with upcoming events.
I took the initiative to come and prepare for our sports coming up on the 6th of May at Jamaica Sports Complex. Area 3 will have their sports, very spirited one. We want to encourage our community to come out and support.
And supporting the call from ACP Phillips, Vice President of the National Police Youth Club, Andre Harris, and the Second Vice President, Orville Ricketts, agree that there are significant benefits to be gained from being part of a police youth club.
This is rather beneficial to not only youth, but to educators, because as you see, that youth, can be somehow problematic. They are leaned to something else. They are influenced probably by the media or the music or of their background or the struggles they go through. So this can be a healthy source for them.
At the primary level, we have it in the high school level, and also the community level. We have our SRO, school resource officers, who are in the school ensuring that youth stem away from violence and all different other aspects to deal with the law.
Alia Bryant, TVJ News.
7 people were hospitalized following a motor vehicle crash along the White River Main Road in St. Mary this morning. Reports are that the female driver of a Honda CHR was entering the main road when a taxi operator, attempting to overtake a line of traffic, collided with the vehicle. They were rushed to hospital for treatment. The Prospect Police are investigating. Veteran broadcaster Daniel D.T. Thompson has died. Radio Jamaica confirmed Thursday that Mr. Thompson reportedly died after suffering a heart attack. He has served Radio Jamaica for almost 3 decades, working across all time slot on the station. Now, he also hosted his own show, with his most recent role being to provide continuity on the station's call-in program hotline. He was also widely recognized for the X and Y feature along Emily Shields. Additionally, Daniel was one of Radio Jamaica's newsreaders. And it's time for a break, but do stay with us. More stories when we return. Welcome back to the Midday News. It's now time for the Business Minute. Proven Investment says it will sell a portion of its stake in Barbados-based Robert Manufacturing Company Limited to boost liquidity and reduce its debt. The company says it also plans to resume dividend payments to shareholders after its last payout in July of last year. The sale will be done through an initial public offering valued at $30.2 million in partnership with US-based Ansa McCall Limited. Further afield, the U.S. economy showed strong growth at the start of the year, even as global tensions began to rise. Thursday, the Commerce Department released new data showing gross domestic product rose at a 2% annual rate during the January through March period. That's up sharply from just 0.5% at the end of last year. The gains were driven by steady consumer spending, business investment, and higher exports, along with government spending resuming at a lengthy shutdown. But with the Middle East conflict now in its 9th week, economists warn the longer it lasts, the more damage it will inflict on the economy. And that's it for the Business Minute. Time now for the top stories from around the world.
In the region, former Prime Minister of Jamaica, Bruce Golding, has been appointed to lead a Commonwealth Observer mission for the Bahamas general election on May 12. The appointment was made by Commonwealth Secretary General Shirley Botchway following an invitation from Bahamian Prime Minister Philip Davis. Golding will head a 4-member team tasked with monitoring the electoral process and assessing whether it meets democratic standards. The group is set to arrive in country on May 4 and will outline its mission shortly after. And on the international scene, the United States has indicted the governor of Mexico's Sinaloa state on drug trafficking and weapon charges. Prosecutors allege Ruben Rocha Moya and 9 other officials worked with cartels to move drugs into the U.S. in exchange for bribes. The case involves a cartel linked to the sons of El Chapo Guzman. Authorities say Rocha Moya met with the group before taking office and promised protection. He has denied the claims, calling them slander, while questions remain over whether Mexico will approve extradition. And those were the top regional and international stories. I'm Alia Bryant.
Thank you, Alia. We now head to our final break, but when we come back, we'll have your Midday Sports Report.
As early as your 40s, you may lose muscle and strength. Protein supports muscle health. Ensure Max Protein has 30 grams of high-quality protein to feed your muscles up to 7 hours. So take the challenge. Ensure.